Alright guys, what is up, what is up, what is up? So believe it or not, I got stuck the second time. Uh, God, this time it was a little bit over 3 miles away from here, from my house. So I literally pedaled my ass back home and it took me like over half an hour. Um, God, what happened? Man, my settings are bad. I mean, I knew that from the get-go that I was pulling the lock on this one. What I do, about 20 miles or so, and I think what's happening, the BMS is shutting down the bike because the motor is already nice and cool, and yet the bike is not turning on. There's a switch to turn on. The bike is dead. No lights, nothing. This motherfucker, let me turn everything off before it comes back to life. Damn, I can't see the goddamn. There he goes. Is it warm? Oh no, I got the fuse. The the 72 volt 300 amps ignition protection. God, I mean, I wasn't expecting that the bike is gonna pretty much stall out. I wasn't expecting the bike to shut down. I thought that we were fine at 85%. Let me see. So before we had the 85% on both ends, the motor and the battery, and I did 37 miles. So I'm not sure why this time this happened again. I thought I was safe. I thought I was safe at literally 95%. You know, I thought I was safe. So it kind of bugs me because now I don't know what settings are gonna work for me. Because literally, if I have to keep the bike at 50%, it's gonna kind of suck because it's not gonna have the torque that I'm expecting. God damn. See, I was I was messing around with the switch and kind of screw myself over. God damn, bro. Rip my fucking skin off. That totally sucks. Ah, damn it. Anyway, these are things that you gotta deal with on the road. And of course, I didn't have a wrench to disconnect the switch because of the fuse. Because originally what I thought is that I'm going to be able to disconnect the switch and do what I did before, bypass the switch. And what I mean by bypassing the switch is pretty much going with the wire straight in. But I'm almost positive 100% that the BMS had shut down the battery. I mean, the motor was hot, so I wasn't monitoring my battery, but when I looked, it was at 88. I think I just drew too much power and it just died. Man, I'm thirsty. Oh shit. So it baffles my mind. It really does. I don't know what to expect from this bike right now. It's becoming like a mystery with this bike right now. I mean, I can lower everything to 50% and start from there. Well, that's only if something is not burnt out. If the motor is not burned out, or if the BMS is not fried. God knows, it happened before. This is the third time. The third time's a charm, they say. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna lower everything to 50%, which completely sucks. That's why I want the QS motor 205 or 273. So I'm not gonna have this retarded experience with this bike, because the bike, man, it was running perfect for so long. And then of course we got the Kali and we started messing around with the settings, and now the bike got juice. But you know, how far and how long can you go with the full juice at 85%? So the current on the battery 85. I think the problem is the current on the battery is actually 50 amps, and I'm not even counting the continuous peak current, which is 100, and that's probably for 30 seconds. So you might say I'm continuously cooking my battery and that's where the battery gets hot, because I never had the battery even warm. The motor would get warm, not even hot. I think the original, what the hell? I think the original settings for the controller, the previous controller, was 50% on everything. So that's interesting. If you take a look at the seat, underneath the seat, I did kind of like a plastic covers, but I'm not liking it. I might just take these guys out around and just keep the triangles. So the switch is underneath. I ordered ignition. I am going to try once again to install the ignition and see if it works. See how that works. See if it's gonna work. I don't really want to freaking blow the controller when I connect the switch, but I'm hoping the power out of control is not 72 volts. I gotta check. See what happens. See what happens. But man, it's gonna suck. It's going to suck. Extremely suck, because if I don't have, I mean, the right now the 85% on the bike is beautiful. You know, if QS 205 works just like that, at let's say 50%, that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, my friend is telling me that, and my friend, I even rode his bike, and that shit's got a crazy pickup, crazy torque, crazy top speed. I think he tops out at 61, and he's only using 50% on his controller. So, but he does have a BMS discharge 150. So again, we're going back to the weak parts, which is the motor and the battery, which is like the main component in this bike. So I think we're gonna have to change the motor after we're done with this season. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That's what we're gonna have to do. Oh man, I am so pissed. Keep the bike at 50%. I can't do the battery 85. That's bullshit. Maybe I can do the God, can I do the motor at 85%? I don't know. This is all about testing. That's the whole thing. But man, I was good at 85%. I don't get it. I was good at 85%. I did freaking 37 miles. On the original controller, I did 45. So what I have to do is, I'm going to do this. Put everything at 50%. 50 amp on the battery, 50% on the motor, and see my top speed fully charged. Because right now I'm depleting the battery like crazy. Obviously, I think the battery gets warm and gets depleted really fast, which completely sucks. Damn, man, I got blood on my shorts. Oh, you mother. Yep, I sure do. Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks. Yeah, well, shorts are gone probably. Anyway, so what's happened is the battery's overheating. It was giving me a bullshit wrench. So this is lesson learned. But you know, when we bought the battery, we knew that we weren't going for the maximum power and maximum speed. We were going for, you know, 50 miles an hour. In our case, is 50 on regular controller settings, and good range, which is 44 miles. Right now, I'm depleting the battery so far and so down to like, usually I'm at 75, so one volt takes an hour to charge. So I went from 8 hours to 10 hours to charge the battery. The battery fully charged is anywhere between, I mean, the battery fully discharged is anywhere between 10 to 12 hours. So 12 hours to fully charge from 68 volts, which is 18% on the battery or 20% on the battery. So it's pretty tough. It really is. So hopefully when we wake up tomorrow, the bike, let me turn it off because I have it on. The bike right now as we speak doesn't turn on, so the bike is completely dead. And again, we hoping that the BMS just did the thermal shutdown and is cooling off. Oh, she's not even hot, and it's cooling off the BMS. I mean, God knows what that is, because the lights don't work, the horn doesn't work, which means that the battery doesn't give out any juice, which means the BMS is completely shut down. So kind of sucks, but that's what these BMS is supposed to do. Do a thermal shutdown or over discharge shutdown, and that's what we did. So hopefully she will reset, and tomorrow we're gonna plug her in and give it a shot. Because last time that happened, I plugged it in and the charger went straight to 84 volts, even though I know the battery was at 73 volts. So I'm hoping for the best. If not, that means that we cooked the battery and or the motor. That only gives us excuse to buy a battery and the motor. I mean, it's still good outcome regardless, because if this is gone, I'll just buy a different motor and I'll buy a different battery. I've known and I've seen people doing 75 miles an hour on a QS205, and I can get a QS205 for about $500. The H50, 6,000 watts. I see them 3,000, I see them 5,000, I see them 6,000. So there is two versions. There is a 3,000 version, there's a 5,000 version. I believe the version 3 is 5,000. The version 1 and 2 is 3,000. So we're gonna go for the version 3, which is 5,000. says peaks out in a couple of seconds, up to 6,000 watts, which still people somehow somewhat they put out 20,000 watts on the fucking motor, so motor looks like it can handle pain. I know that the motor is fatter than this one, and I can get a smaller rim, which I think I'm gonna get a 17-inch. I'm gonna get a 17-inch off-road tire. It's funny because now with these settings, 85, 85, man, I can peel out the tire no problem whatsoever. You know, if I pull on my front brakes, I can very easily peel out with the rear wheel, which is nice. Before, there's no way I was doing that. So we have fun for a little while. It wasn't so bad. Luckily, somehow, somewhat, today the chain didn't come off at all. Last time I got stuck, the chain came off once, and then it was kind of like skipping. And today, it was actually, it's either I'm getting better at pedaling this big ass bike, or my legs are getting stronger, or the chain is just perfect right now because I did not get any hiccups today. If I'm whispering, let me know. So we're still good with the brakes. The front brakes are good. The rear brakes are good. The rear wheel locks up very nicely. Suspension is very nice and soft and quiet. Less loose on the front axle somehow, somewhat. It's not so bad. I literally right now I put, I think 37 PCI. I'm gonna do a review on a nice compressor from AliExpress that I got for $30. Stay tuned for that. And like I said, I don't like this anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of that because it looks ghetto. I don't like shit like this. Can zip ties. Could have came in with something better, but whatever. It doesn't bother me. I just leave the triangles and call it a day. Maybe I'll just, if I put the seat so close, I'm not gonna be able to pedal. I'm not gonna be able to sit on it normally. It's just gonna be a mess. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is right now. I don't care. A little bit disappointed. Very disappointed, as a matter of fact. Very disappointed. So I think we are going to do shopping after this season. Probably do little shit. If I do it in December, I would have to do it after December and order. I'll do AliExpress because they give you a refund like after 2 months if shit goes south. So I don't even have to open a dispute. For 500 is not bad. I mean, I would love to get the QS273. That would be just awesome. And then get a nice big ass battery, but they say the motor's lots of weight. I have to do the floor tomorrow, touch it up here and there, and put it on the air conditioner, the house air conditioner. When I fixed it, I ripped some floor and whatever it is, what it is. But I gotta address that tomorrow and hopefully do this bike. If I had a rectangle belly, I would be able to squeeze a crazy battery, which would be 72 volt 24S, which is at 87 volts, 100 amp hours for like a little bit over 1,000, like 1280. That would be awesome, but that might be just too much. God, just completely disappointed. Bike was doing so great and it just went south. Damn, I want to get it fixed before I go to work so I can hop on this bike and go to work. You have no choice but to lower everything to 50 See how she handles, if it's going to be close to the original controller settings. Gotta do that. Got no choice. Gonna have less torque, but hopefully the same top speed. Damn, guys, completely sucks. Oh, you guys gotta comment down below. What would you do? What would you do? Definitely gotta get a different battery. Maybe I'd end up selling this battery and this hub motor, or keep this hub motor for. I saw for $400 a nice Super 73 frame, and just build a Super 73 for one of my family members. You know, don't necessarily have to put 72 volts on that wheel. I can do 48 volts. That would be nice. 48 volts to the nice belly component. You know. Disappointed. What time is it? 12:30. We're gonna finish this out, folks. Please comment down below. What can I do? What would you do in my shoes, or if you wear my shoes? Because looks like we're going back to 50-50. But 85 was working, man. 85 and 85 was working perfect on this bike. I did 37 miles on this bike on 85. I don't get it. Let's bring it down to 50 if she starts up, and we'll go up from there. I just don't want to I don't want to keep getting stuck, because when I was around over here around the house, she did 37 on 85, but the minute I took her out, so I rode 12 miles non-stop, which shouldn't be a problem. Gonna have to make her sluggish again, and hope for the best, and definitely put out some money. So what is it gonna cost me? It's gonna cost me about $1,600 to get the battery and the motor. It ain't bad. I mean, money's no object, you know. But I gotta clean this chain. It fucking looks ghetto. It's got paint over it. That fucking paint never gonna come off. Gotta use the sanding paper and sand it off. Keep it nice and clean. Lubricate it a little bit. I have a little bit more bed liner. I bought it for that plastic piece that goes around, but I'm gonna end up just taking the plastic piece, like I said earlier. I'm repeating myself, I know, and just spray paint the metal rods. You know, I got good lithium synthetic grease for all my components for the bike, but it looks like there's no unexpected noise coming from the bike. She handles really nice, man. Very thrilling rides with this beast. Very happy with the rides, and even though it's going to be slowed down at 50%, I think I'm still going to have a nice time with it. Off-road is really awesome. So even though these tires are not for off-road, and I really don't go too fast off-road, because you know, but I know if I had a 5T, the fucking thing would be a beast. So, but I really don't want a 5T. I want that top speed, which is dangerous as it is. And it's funny because I was riding today, and fucking people don't watch. They don't look. They cut in front of you, so disrespectful. You know, they come out from driveways, from side streets. They don't give a shit. And they fucking hit them. You get injured. They fucking play stupid, like, oh, I didn't see you. Like, come on, man, give me a fucking break, will you? So that's the bullshit you gotta deal on the road. I had a guy today, literally nobody but me, and I got a big ass headlight, and He just fucking ignored me. I had to give him a finger. That shit got me so upset. You know, God forbid if I was going faster and he completely ignored me. I would have T-boned his ass. Stupid mother. I don't want to curse. But it looks like my baby's going to be 50-50. Oh. God damn it. That's what we got to do. Again, crossing finger that she's going to start up tomorrow, and we're going to go back to business, and we definitely got to lower down the expectations and lower down the torque, and hopefully still keep the speed that's 50 fully charged and 44 depleted, which is still good speed, but I'm expecting better things happening in the near future with the new motor, new battery. I mean, I gotta also do some cosmetic with those 2 bolts because they're pissing me off. They're missing, and that pisses me off really bad. I'm very picky how it looks, so those 2 bolts, I gotta come out with an idea for that, and I am going to. Just need some more time. Maybe I'll address it. The bike starts tomorrow. I'll address it tomorrow. I'll go get a nice nut and a screw nut and a bolt, I guess, for it, and just have it painted black with a bed liner, and see what's up. Disappointed, folks. Disappointed. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm exhausted. I'll take a shower, go to sleep, chill out. So stay tuned on the channel for the compressor, and I think that's all I got. Compressor, something else I forgot. I'm so tired I can't even think. But anyway, guys, take care, be cool.